Hello, loves. Welcome to the Live Your Freedom Now podcast. I'm Megan Colleen Johnson, and this podcast is dedicated to discussing dominant cultural narratives and beliefs, what I call dominant dogma, how this keeps you from thriving in life and business, and how to overcome that dogma by living your freedom now. While this path sounds clean and straightforward, the truth is life and being human is messy. So around here, we value the both and. We'll hold space for where you're at and honor the freedom you'd like to see and feel within yourself. Hit subscribe to stay updated, and for more information about me, my work, and to download my free Freedom Manifesto with all the details on what Dominant Dogma is, head to megscolleen.com. If you're curious to have the Dominant Dogma in your life talked about on the podcast, shoot me a text at 312-815-2774 and fill me in. Episode 12. 6 Steps to 6 Figures in 6 Months. Hello, creative humans. Today I am writing to you from my dining room table. It's a beautiful spring day, so I have the sliding door open, moving delicious fresh air through my space. My pup is curled up in a blanket on the chair next to me, and I have a mug of decaf coffee directly in front of me. I feel grounded and cozy in a new sweatshirt my partner got me that still has that ultra soft texture cocooning my skin. As I notice my surroundings, I encourage you to do the same. Notice where you are, the textures around you, the colors, and the sounds. Simply notice what is present for you. Not judging or labeling any sensation or object as good or bad. Simply noticing, witnessing, and allowing all parts of yourself and your experience to the table. Today, our focus is discussing the dominant dogma of fast cash, the narrative that says you can earn 6 figures in 6 months using a specific 6-step plan. We've all seen the headlines preaching dominant dogma like this, and we've all thought, if it was this easy, wouldn't everyone be doing it? And yet, many of us still get caught up in the hype. Here are a few of the headlines I found during my research on this topic. How to make 6 figures in your small business. I did it in 1 year. 13 side business ideas that can actually make you over $100K. 6-figure marketing blueprint. 8 proven tactics small business owners can use to generate up to $200K in under 2 years. 5 key strategies to implement for a successful 6-figure business. 10 Instagram marketing strategies to make you 6 figures. The list goes on and on, with articles in Forbes and Entrepreneur, books on Amazon, and thousands of podcast episodes dedicated to this topic. How you can make 6 figures fast. It's a narrative that's hard to avoid and that brings up shame for many due to their hard work without the promised results. Within the books, podcast episodes, and programs selling secret formulas to 6 figures, online personalities and influencers make their unique and often privileged rise to multi-6 figures look so yummy and easy, we can't help but think their plan must work. However, as we've discussed in other episodes, sustainable business typically takes time to grow. Yes, you may shoot to 6 figures. And also, if you don't, there's nothing wrong with you. As stated by Daniel Rosehill, the only meaningful income is the one you need to make. That said, I also recognize within some states and cities, it's becoming more and more of a necessity to make at least 6 figures to meet your needs, which for many is why that 6-figure mark is so enticing. The humans writing these six-figure formulas share these messages of fast cash because they know it's what many people are craving. They feed off of your need for financial stability to fund their international travels and brand name clothing. The toxicity of this dominant dogma goes deep because the truth is, while six figures sounds catchy and thrilling, your need for financial stability points to an even greater disparity in the culture at large. In the United States, 2022 inflation rates, as shown in March 2022, are the highest they have been, a rise of 8.5% since 1981, while at the same time, median household income decreased by 2.9% between 2019 and 2020. This need for six figures and financial stability is a systemic issue, and the dominant dogma selling you false claims of financial success is feeding off of the wound. So how do you hand back the message of fast cash if this dominant dogma is so deeply rooted in systemic disparity and your need for financial stability? The freedom on the other side: sustainable and regenerative business. While being aware of the fight or flight nervous system response that often exists around this topic, please tend to yourself as needed. I do believe that handing back this dominant dogma starts with living your freedom now and learning to grow a business sustainably, with integrity, and with heaps of self-compassion. It takes time for folks to see you, resonate with you, and determine if your product or service is right for them. As you share your message and implement your strategy, find the sweet spot that is sustainable for you to be in it for the long haul. Not feeling bitter when you hear crickets or becoming overly attached to the results. Instead, invite spaciousness and consent. Allow your people to say no, not yet, and ask questions. In this, you will find your truly integral and aligned yeses. Sometimes, to cultivate this level of spaciousness and consent, this looks like having a part-time job to support you while you give your business time to develop an audience and grow sustainably. There is nothing wrong with this. Dominant dogma likes to convince us that we are behind or failing if we need a supplemental job, but it's not true. Instead, having that cushion allows you to be energetically clean as you show up in your business and put your message out into the world. It allows you to run your business with integrity and give it the time it needs to grow deep and sustainable roots so it can thrive for years to come. Stay at it, be resilient, and cultivate the conditions which allow you to do so sustainably. To help further explore and integrate today's freedom, I have a few journal prompts. 1. How can you deeply tend to your nervous system when you feel your survival self kick in? 2. How can you cultivate moments of luxury in your life, right here and now? This could be as simple as lighting a candle or drinking a glass of your favorite beverage. 3. Who is around you or within your spaces that you can ask for help, ask for a referral, or simply connect with for the sake of experiencing freedom in your relationships? 4. What would you be doing if you knew you already had enough money coming in? Sometimes our judgment gets so clouded with the shoulds and the have-tos that we forget the vision we had for our business. 5. Do you need a side job to help keep things rolling while you give your business time to thrive? 6. What is in your control right now when it comes to your business and bringing in the money you both desire and need? What do you have capacity to act on? If this dominant dogma of fast cash is something you find yourself caught in, I recommend listening to episodes 6 and 9 of this podcast. I share more practical tips on sustainable business and integral marketing in those episodes. Additionally, you can download my free Integral Sales and Marketing Masterclass on my website. Visit megscolleen.com to access the masterclass now. And that is what I want to leave you with today. Sustainable business is possible. Monetary success, whatever that looks and feels like for you, is possible. Thriving is possible. And we can do it on our terms. None of that manipulative bullshit needed. All right, I will see you next week. Freedom is yours. Thank you for joining me for another Live Your Freedom Now podcast episode. If you enjoyed this episode, I'm always so grateful for a 5-star rating, and you can learn more about me, my currently enrolling Creative Business Accelerator, and download my free Integral Sales and Marketing Masterclass at megscolleen.com. Curious to have the dominant dogma in your life talked about on the podcast? Shoot me a text at 312-815-2774 and fill me in. I'll see you next time, and as always, freedom is yours.